plot around your narrative again, trying to prove a plot point by realizing that you can get stuck in a head layer. Get stuck in the headlamps, trying to hang out on the street corners again, hang under the street light. You don't know what is real anymore. You got confused when you got dropped on your head from the 13th floor of a balcony complex. There's a lot of people worried about you. How many times you gotta keep trying to prove a point when you're twisting the plot around your narrative again, like a noose you're trying to hang off. You got too many people looking out for you again when you realize that you're stuck in the headlamp dreams. Too many ghosts robbing the plot again. Too many shadow dimensions are trying to shadow up, trying to get into the water again like it's a shallow pool. You're too full of yourself. You're standing outside the windows when you get inside the house, watching the weather get bad enough. When you watch the TV, you try to prove yourself by saying that you can do everything you want, but you got people in your life saying that you got to stop doing the stuff again. When you twist the plot around your narrative again, trying to hang off the noose like you got a lot of people talking. It's not too late to admit that you need help when you're the next one in line for a therapist. Ghost in the chalices again. Chalice sisters and trying to prove a point. Gallow points are not gonna be swallowing the headlamps again. Too many motherfuckers drinking the bottle of liquor again. How many times do you got to prove when you entering the shadow realm again? You gotta stop twisting the plot around your narrative again. You gotta stop twisting the plot around your narrative again, like a noose you're hanging off of again. Stop hanging off the bell tower again. When you realize that you got one thing to do, jump into the broken reflection of a mirror again. Stare into the glass mirror again. When you say that this is a reflection of a broken mirror world. When you're standing on the top layers of your apartment again, do you cry out in pain when you know that today is June 6th, 2026, and you gotta write the shit for the next day when you know there's tragedy? Yeah. Start writing your lyrics again.
I lock all my doors. They called me a paranoid wreck. I'm a schizophrenic piece of shit mess who's locked inside of this room. I have to live out my life. I stare out my windows every single second. There's a storm in this place. I keep fucking up my career. I am a mess of my life. I can't write down my lyrics because every single second that I do, I keep fucking up my lyrics. And all my voice tracks keep getting destroyed by some fucking loser who thinks he can take me out with a shotgun blast. I had enough. I keep looking around my room every single second a day of my life. I'm forced to stare at my masterpieces in this bedroom, but every single second that I do, some bitch-ass motherfucker who thinks he has the skill to write my lyrics keeps telling me that I have to get better at my verse. I'm sick and tired of my friends doing the dumbest shit on the internet. You don't need to call the ICE to get your girlfriend arrested. Listen up, Brayden, you gotta stop acting like you're a bitch. You gotta listen to Willie when he said that you're acting like a bitch. Listen to me now, you're not important. You're just a bitch with a keyboard and a mouse. You gotta stop pumping out your beliefs that you're a schizophrenic mess from Canada. Stop calling ICE on your girlfriend. You gotta stop doing dumb as shit. Listen to me, if you listen to the song, I keep trying to help you, but you keep acting like a bastard. If you won't get the help, I'ma unfriend you to get my life back from you. Retard ass motherfucker who thinks he's tough behind the internet keyboard. I locked myself in my room. I'm sick and tired of being called a schizophrenic weirdo who writes his songs from the third person angle. I have to stop believing in fate. I dumped my beliefs down people's throats for 5 years. None of those bastards care enough to write any more beats about me. Instead, they put their attention on their people's flaws. They put people on blast for noticing their flaws. Some sketchy motherfucker thinks he can tie me up, but he's done for. Today is June 7th, 2026. I'm writing this song to put out my feelings again. Today, I lost a very important man in my life. I have to be calm about this. I have to hold my heart to not burst down in tears. I'm ready to accept my fate. I have so many flaws in my life. Depression is not my only flaw. I have to hold better to myself. I have to hold myself better for my kids when they're ready to be born. I have to tell my kids that their man was no longer here. I have to tell my kids that there was someone in their life that they could have saw, but he could no longer be in the picture because of some unfortunate circumstances. Why? I have no idea. This song is just about emotions. I already confessed my flaws a month ago when I did fucking our flaws. I have to put myself in my heart, hold it together enough to tell my grandkids that their great-grandfather was not here to save them. He would have been so glad of my kids to be following in the bloodline tree. There was a lot of people that I couldn't believe him. I lost my grandpa. Couldn't believe it's been 18 years since he passed. It's been a hard time holding it together. I loved him. Today, the other one died. I got the jump on those bastards again. They were looking for me in the dark forest, but I found them looking for me, so I got the jump on them with a knife in my hand. I stuck the blade into their heads. They couldn't find me. I did the same to the other two fucks. I'm ready to bury them in the ground. I got my shovel in my hand. I'm ready to make those bastards confess to me what they were looking for me for. Why were they looking for me in the dark forest? I had to put them out of their misery, so I grabbed the shovels that I was holding and smacked them in the head with a massive thud. Gave them fuckers an aneurysm, so I went to the therapist. She was telling me, Matt, why are you being so aggressive to people who are looking for you? I told her that there were people who were trying to haunt me. A lot of people were pissed at me for the songs I said about them. She was saying,
Jesus fucking Christ, Matt, you need fucking help.
I told her, why can't you give me antidepressives?
Because you are too broken for them to even work.
I grew up living in the city. I was living in hoods. I saw guns, blood, alcohol bottles. I cried 1,000 years, but I saw bodies laying in the streets. I saw bodies crawling in mud. I saw human skulls laying in ditches again. I found my life. I told people I was living in a city, but I was living in the city of gangsters. My fucking childhood was grew up living in a block where all I saw was murder on TVs. Gangs were finally portrayed in the media as the savior of your masses. Children were forced to be in gangs. If you were not in a gang, you were the one to be on their hit list. I grew up in the cities again when I saw gunshots fly around.
They don't tell you to be prepared when you see bodies getting tossed into the lakes. You found children hiding in basements. You were forced to crawl out the snake hole you were hiding in. It's not like you have room to talk. You try to talk about people's information. You were forced to cry a year ago when you found your parents lying in poor blood. You don't have a clue where you're from. You were forced to live your life hiding in the dungeons again. You tried to murder your way out. You got that blood in you, but blood is not enough to prove you have a chance in this world. People are willing to carve up a body to prove a point that they can make it out the city again. People are willing to sleep with guns hiding under the pillows again. The next time you invade a home, make sure you don't check the pillowcases. I saw cockroaches crawling in my basement. I don't know why the basement had crawlers in it again. People were trying to invade my house. They were looking for money. Cash registers were not in my basement. I didn't run a business in my basement. I was down there just doing laundry on a daily basis. I heard people knocking on my door. I don't know why they were at my house. I was scared. I ducked in my basement, called the police. The police didn't do shit. They said that they were not responsible for anything that was going on in my neighborhood. I'm sick and tired of the motherfuckers thinking they can just round me up, grab me, held me in my basement, tell me that I'm not forced to rat on the police because the police are corrupt. They were trying to murder me. They called me a merc. They called me a snitch. I was trying to feed information to the rival police. Sons of bitches. I don't care enough. I had enough. I'm going down the
I found my guidance crying on my shoulder. I was comforting him. He was telling me
how he couldn't make a whole world believe in him. I told him to sit down and relax. It's not too late to get on my shoulder, become the angel that I need him to be, because I'm living in a fucked up world where corruption is rife. The police have nowhere to go. I was forced to hide away inside of a dark dungeon room. I hear the leeches are trying to get me again. I had enough people trying to convince me to stop being a crybaby. They were fronting me. They were telling me, yo bro, why are you so mad? I told them, because you were getting on my nerves. You keep doing stuff that I don't like. You gotta stop being a dick to me. I have enough. It's not like I'm addicted to you being a bitch to me, but you're a dick to me. I have to cry. I have to look around the world. When I find razor blades on the ground, I stare into the bathroom mirror. I look away, not wanting to face what was on the other side of this dark world. They were ready to have me killed. They were getting the fire pits ready. I was forced to hide away. I got in my car. I drove 30 miles across the state lines to Michigan, which I know it sounds weird because in Illinois, but it's because I was hiding in Ohio for the first day of my life. I was trying to hide away from the Illinois Mafia. Some bitch was trying to track me on the internet again. I took down that girl a couple months ago, but she sent her hit squad after me, so I had to run away to Ohio for a couple of weeks. But then those bitches were finding me in Ohio, so I had to get to Michigan, hoping to God they don't find me, because my only option is either a plane ride to Germany or getting into the border of Canada to get out of this dark world. I cried, I whined, I had enough. I stare at the posters of my idols, but my idols don't like me. I was hanging out in my lobbies, hoping to God that someone can lobby behind me to get out of this dark world. I cry, I whined. I'm sick and tired of the world thinking it had a world on me. People were trying to kill me. The DOJ were telling me that they were funny at all. The Department of Jokers, they were laughing at me. Someone told me that I had a lot of jokers in my pile again, that I needed a Harley Quinn to stop the jokers from getting in this place again. I needed the King of Hearts, the Ace of Spades, grabbing a bottle of Jack Daniels, hoping that I can remove the Jack from it so I can get Daniels to come in here to save me from becoming another Dimitri in this place of hell again. I did not need people from here again. I was trying to get the Daniel out of Jack, because the only Jack that I need is my jacket to walk across the Canadian snowlands, hoping that it will not get cold for me, because if I get cold, I'll become the Iceman. Because he was an Iceman, but now he's a miceman who might see a sea life like Shamu was shamming him, like they aren't coming for the bedroom. When bro gets the latex because he fucked up the latex gloves and got burns like he didn't check the holes, and got hit by a hornet and didn't go to the hospital in time, and that bitch died in my arms. This is how my guidance died in front of me, and I became a broken man. So, God, if you listen to me right now, I have a confession. Yo, when I was 17, I was sleeping outside on the bench, drinking bottles of liquor, just making rhymes on an iPad. Then one 19, I figured that my life, I couldn't figure out what I was doing with myself. And then I found out that I was bleeding from my ass. I couldn't stop dreaming about how far I made it here. I'm sleeping back in the alley behind this house where I slept when I was 17. I composed myself, I put my verse, I put my feelings in these legs, dreaming away, sleeping in pain. I took prescribed medication to feel better, but the motherfuckers kept robbing me of my money. I can't sleep, I can't dream, I can't feel my heart. It's getting pulled out of my chest. I can't think of anything else. I feel alone, sleeping on this couch that I found outside of an apartment complex. I hear the ghosts creeping into my room. I see the demons that are outside my house. This was before I got evicted from the apartment. I'm now living alone. I'm sick and tired of crying. The blood can arrest me, so I'll take one more slumber, then I'll go down the pipe. I woke up in my bed. I realized that I had a nightmare about being homeless on the street, complaining about how far I made it here. I think I took too much pain. I think I felt joy. I looked outside my house, then I felt good. I can't remember the last time the sky looked so pretty. I didn't think I could fart. I think I went too insane.